Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today it is August 14th, 2024. We are looking at Proverbs 14. This morning I was reflecting on something that I get told on a regular basis when I'm interacting with people that are struggling in life, and this is something I've said so many times in my own life. You know, the gist of the message is almost always, I just can't take life the way it is, right? I don't want to, I can't, it's not fair, something to that effect. And then the thought wraps up with, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I just want things to be comfortable, is what we mean when we say happy, right? I want to be happy. I want things to be comfortable. I want all the strife that's going on in my life to end. You know? Oftentimes when that message comes through, or I've said it, I just want to be happy like I was before, is the thought that's behind it. And if I'm honest with myself, I wasn't happy back then. I just didn't have the strife that I'm experiencing right now. I didn't have to deal with the conflict that was in my life right now, back then. And I don't want to. I want to be done. Have y'all felt that way? I know I have. Many times I've felt that way. As I was reading this morning and looking at the scripture, there were a couple of verses that kind of stood out to me. Verse 13, it says, "Even in laughter my heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief." In verse 10, it says, "The heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares its joy." I realized, as I was thinking, do I want to be happy, or do I want to be fulfilled? See, that's really the difference. Those two verses, the heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares its joy. We can have both at the same time. But it's ours inside. And we can only have joy in the midst of bitterness when we're fulfilled. Verse 13, "Even in laughter a heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief." Do I want to be happy? Do I want the strife to go away? Is that what I really want? Most of the time I would tell you, and most of the people I interact with would tell you, yeah, I want happy. And the reality is, most of my greatest experiences, the greatest victories, don't come from when I'm happy. They come from when I'm fulfilled. When things are really not good, and yet in the midst of not good, I'm able to experience the goodness of God by sharing with someone else, to be present with someone else. To be interacting with other men, with other women. In verse 16, Solomon says this, "A wise man is cautious to turn from evil. A fool is easily angered and careless." When we start chasing happy, we become that fool. But when we start chasing the fulfillment of following Jesus Christ, even the mess in our lives turns and can become even joy. I may have bitterness and despair and still have joy. And that doesn't make sense because I am definitely not happy. My heart breaks every time I get one of those messages. I am not happy for that person. Not. But I have joy that they have the opportunity if they could just turn to Christ. That's the message for me today. It's the message that I share with you. Guys, I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.